Hi, this is Jackie. I'm an entrepreneur, life coach, success strategist, and a mother of three. And ever since I can remember, I would always dream big and aspire to do great things with my life. I was always very persistent and passionate in everything that I wanted. And you would think that I had a big personality with this description, but truth be told, I was very, very quiet and shy in my youth, but pretty funny and outgoing in my small circle of friends. I had ventured out a bit on a few occasions as a model and an actress, and I didn't have much money, so I was my own photographer, my own makeup artist, and I thought I was really doing something great. I was a real natural at acting, but I let some guy that I was dating at the time convince me that I just wasn't good enough, and that was the end of that. I later started working in corporate America, and always found myself with really, really good jobs, but I was just never satisfied. I usually I was usually hired for most of the jobs that I applied for because of my persistence and excellent work ethic. After years of working in corporate America, it finally came to a screeching halt because one of the companies that I had worked for had told me that I could not leave the job, even though my daughter had suddenly become ill. They would not allow me to go and see about my daughter in daycare, and she had 101 fever. And at that point, I decided if there's a job or a company that I'm working for every day, doing a great job, will not allow me to go and see about my child, then this job doesn't really care much about me or my family. So therefore, that is what started me on my entrepreneurial journey. I was 25 years old when I had Amber, and it was scary because I did not know anything about parenting. I mean, nothing. So it was very scary and intimidating for me, very unfamiliar, yet exciting, at the same time, to know I was going to be having a baby. I didn't really have a lot of support. Her dad and I were not together. We were honestly just friends. We weren't even dating, but she was a very good baby, so it made my life very, very easy as it pertains to taking care of her. But there was a lot of confusion around me, and I was very naive about a lot of things at that time, and I wasn't really sure what direction I wanted my life to go in either. So I was kind of searching for something, but in the back of my mind, I always knew that I was going to do something fantastic with my life. I always had, I was always a very, very spiritual person, and I just knew that God was going to do something great with my life. So that was my motivation, along with, of course, my child was my definite motivation as well. Then a few years later, I had my second daughter, Sydney, and she came at a time where I was having a lot of troubles with her dad. So things weren't looking up then either. But again, my motivation is always my children and what I believe. I'm being led to do whatever that thing was. I really did not know at the time. And like I said, there's a lot of negativity around me in terms of people's actions and conversation, and I had to always stay positive the best way I knew how, because I didn't want my children to be influenced by other people's talk or beliefs. But I tried to keep it fun in the household with me and the kids, and have them in positive environment as far as, whatever part of the house we were in, because at times I was staying with my mom, so whatever part of the house we were in, I would always, just have me and my kids, and we would, I would do something fun, whether it was sing, watch a funny movie, or whatever the case. Sydney always kept me entertained. She was a funny little girl. I love being around the innocence of my kids. And, soon after Sydney, like a year and change after, I had my son, Christopher, my first and only boy and last child. And, boys always add a different element to the mix, to the environment, and he definitely did that. He's got boy energy through and through. Just on top of that, I spoiled him. I probably spoiled all of my kids, but he was probably the most spoiled, being the only boy and the younger of the three. But each of my children, I was going through something differently at the birth of all three of them. But I would always do my best to stay positive and do whatever I needed to do to make sure my kids had everything they needed. I kept, my son in sports. He enjoyed sports. I kept, my kids doing, different activities. And, just keep the environment fun. And I made sure I took them to church most Sundays. But there were so many life lessons that I learned, and I was very watchful with people around my kids, so that made me very watchful of people and their actions and intentions. And as far as dating, I would not bring men around my children. As a rule, I just did not do that unless it was a very serious relationship. And honestly, I did not have a lot of serious relationships. It was their dad. Just pretty much dated off and on. I was thinking 22 years of being a mom, a single mom, and not like it's over. They're always going to be my kids, and I'm always going to be their mother, but they're, growing up and moving on and going to college and just doing their own thing. But the single mom journey it's been scary. It's been fun. It's been tiring. It's been joyful. It's been heart-stopping. And absolutely life-changing. And I wouldn't trade this experience for anything in the world. And I could not have done it successfully without, determination, strong faith in God, and surprisingly enough, a few good girlfriends. The few good girlfriends that I had, they were very supportive, very encouraging, giving, and a much needed fun outlet for me from my daily demands. And as I mentioned in the top of the video, outside of being a success strategist, I'm also an entrepreneur. And I created a website for women called girlfriendsforlife.com. And girlfriendsforlife.com is a global social networking community for women where we can enhance and improve our lives through sharing life experiences, advice, inspiring words of wisdom, common interests, and good girlfriend camaraderie. We've got music. It's really an awesome site. It's a supportive site. We can talk to one another. We can see each other face to face. It's really a cool, innovative site. And as far as my life coaching and being a success strategist, I mostly, not only, but I mostly coach women. I help women to achieve their dreams of success, fulfillment, and freedom. And, I help you put into action the tools and strategies that's going to give you these amazing results in either your personal or professional lives. And those are my gifts. I mentioned, my kids' gifts and whatnot, but those are my gifts, my God-given gifts. Girlfriends for Life TV is my YouTube channel. And basically it's, or rather the company's YouTube channel, where you'll see me as my life is now. Now that my kids are off and running, doing their own thing, they'll pop in from time to time. I'll have social commentary, give advice. You'll see my life, me doing things and, having fun and helping you guys out, having different interviews with folks. It'll be cool, great fun. We'll laugh together, cry together, sing together, and have a good time. But I really and truly want to thank you guys for watching. And I hope that you continue to watch. And, I will see you guys in the next video. There's a lot more to come. Take care.